Okay, here we have a question on histograms, and the key idea on here, and the common mistake on here, is that people plot the frequency rather than the frequency density. Okay, so to work out the frequency density, we need to use frequency density equals frequency, which in this case would be the number of vehicles, divided by the width of each interval, interval width. Okay, so we're going to need to put two extra columns on here. The first one is going to be the width, and the next is going to be the frequency density, FD. So this width goes from 0 to 20 minutes, so that has a width of 20 minutes. 20 minutes to 50 minutes, 50 minus 20 equals 30. 50 to 100, 100 minus 50 equals 50. 100 to 120, 20 minutes. 120 to 180, 60 minutes. Okay, now, just to very briefly explain the idea of frequency density. This means how spread out the data is. It's a measure of how spread out. So here we've got 25 vehicles spread out over a width of 20. Now I like to think of this as the amount of jam, and this is the amount of toast. So if this is big and this is small, I get really thick jam. If you've got a lot of jam on a small bit of toast, it's very thick. Okay, but if you've got not much jam over a big bit of toast, then the jam is very thin. So we've got here 25 vehicles divided by 20. That's going to give me a frequency density of 1 1/4, or 1.25. 45 divided by 30, that gives me a frequency density of 1.5. 100 divided by 50 gives me a frequency density of 2. Just notice that, just for sort of sense of neatness, I'm writing all of these to 2 decimal places. 50 divided by 20 is 2.5. 30 divided by 60, not 60 divided by 30, 30 divided by 60 is a half, or 0.5. So now I've got my set of axes here. So between 0 and 20, well, that is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, so that is 20 there. I've got a frequency density of 1.25. Now that's 1.5, so that will be 1.25. So with my ruler, I go up there and across there. Between 20 and 50, I've got a frequency density of 1.5, which is halfway between 1 and 2, which will be there to there. From 50 to 100, I've got a frequency density of 2. So 50 to 100, that's going to be from there to there. From 100 to 120, I've got a frequency density of 2.5, so that's going to be there to there. And from 120 to 180, I've got a frequency density of 0.5, and that's going to be there. And that completes my variable width histogram.